Currently, the rice trade between India and China has come to a halt. This is because Beijing seems to find the presence of genetically modified organisms, GMOs, in one or the other rice shipments from India. Namaste. In this episode, we explain what the whole controversy over rice exports to China from India is about and why it should concern the global community. What's the current controversy over Indian rice exports to China? The controversy dates back to March when China rejected 3 rice shipments from India alleging the presence of GMOs. Again in May, it rejected some 5 shipments. Until the first half of this year, at least 70 consignments were rejected. 3 Indian exporters were suspended from shipping to China following this development. Adding more fuel to the controversy, China has now revoked the registrations of 7 Indian exporters. This means Beijing has banned these exporters from shipping rice. What is the controversy about? The controversy is over 2 things. 1. India does not grow any genetically modified food crop. It grows only GM cotton. Even in cotton, the last approval for a GM variety was given 20 years ago. So where does the export of GM rice come at all? Second, the consignments are pre-inspected and cleared from India by a Chinese agency. In these circumstances, how does the rice consignment found free of any GMO material become contaminated on landing in China? Is there something more to this controversy? Indian officials and industry allege that China is trying to malign India's image in the global grains market. India is the leading producer of rice and exporter of rice in the global market. Some even allege that it's waging a trade war with India. Some others allege that it's playing games because its requirements have been met for this year. There are also rumors that it is trying to bargain for something by targeting Indian rice. Is India the only country that is being targeted? That's precisely the catch or clue. China is suddenly finding GMOs in agri-products being shipped by its trading partners. Retired USDA economist Fred Gales says in his blog Dim Sums that Chinese authorities have rejected 146 shipments for containing GMOs between January and June. This is up from a trickle in earlier years. GMOs have been found in rapeseed oil, rice, flour, and soybean food shipments. These include 74 shipments of rapeseed oil from Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus, which have banned GM crop production for the presence of GMOs. China has suspended several Kazakh and 8 Russian exporters. Beijing rejected another 27 rapeseed oil shipments during April-June this year, 18 from Russia and 9 from Belarus. The Chinese have also rejected 26 shipments of Japanese wheat flour this year for alleged presence of GMOs. This is puzzling as Japan does not grow GM wheat. In fact, most exporting countries do not commercially produce GM wheat due to restrictions from consumers. China has rejected 11 shipments of soybean-based food products from Taiwan for the alleged presence of GMOs. Taiwan has banned GM soybean production, but it imports GM soybeans for oil and meal. So, what do all these developments point to? The reasons for the Chinese actions are not clear. In talks with Indian officials, China has not shared the details. Is China trying to put pressure on its trading partners to bring down prices? Gale says the European Union had rejected Chinese rice flour consignments for the presence of GMOs. China says it does not grow GM rice. But a scandal broke out when GM rice grown during the trials found its way into the open market in China. Is China trying to prove a point through this? In the case of India, Gale says that the rejection coincides with Chinese attempts to sell its old rice stocks from its granaries. Barring one shipment, the rest of the rejected shipments carried broken rice, which competes with the old rice stocks from the Chinese reserves. At the same time, Beijing has not rejected rice from other suppliers of broken rice, Vietnam, Myanmar, and Pakistan. Indian rice is the most competitive in the global market. Probably India should order a probe into how rice cleared for shipments was found to have the presence of GMOs after landing in China. Is there any difference in the protocol for testing rice samples? India could probably seek testing by a reputed third agency to prove its point. India grows GM cotton. Has any GM trash from the cotton found its way into the rice consignments? There are umpteen questions unanswered. Let's hope we will get the answers soon. That's it for now. Keep smiling and be happy until we meet in our next episode. This is Subramani Mankombo signing off. Good luck.